didn't record or something. I'm so defeated. Oh my god, this sucks. This sucks. Okay.
If you would like the system to see your place in line and call you back when an agent is available, press 1. Otherwise, please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Hey everyone, what's up? I'm back with another video on my journey to becoming financially independent, financially free. Might change the name of this little series. I still haven't figured out the perfect name, so if you have any ideas, let me know down below. This is actually my second time trying to film this. I filmed it in my car, which is where I usually want these videos to be filmed, just because it's easier for me. I'm usually on the go somewhere and I'm just trying to fit filming more into my life. But I had a second today to just sit down and film in my room, so I thought, why not? It is what it is at the moment because I'm just severely limited on where and when I can film. So take what you guys can get. Take what I can get. If you are new here, don't know me, I am Dajana. I make content here on YouTube, just kind of relating to my life, showing you guys what my life is like as a registered dental hygienist and just someone in the 30-something-year-old life and how I am surviving it and getting through it. If you haven't seen my last video, I kind of go into more of how I got into debt and I roughly talk about how much debt I'm in. This video, I want to just kind of go more into the plan of what I plan to do to get myself out of debt. So before I even thought of this series, it kind of years in the making, my whole plan to get myself in a better financial situation had started years ago when I decided to go back to school to become a dental hygienist. I knew for myself personally that I needed a better paying career so that I didn't feel like I was doing all this work and not getting the pay that I felt I deserved. And obviously there may come a point in my life where I feel that way about dental hygiene, but at the moment I definitely feel that the pay that I'm getting, the work that I'm putting into, I am enjoying those paychecks. Just to get that out of the first plan of being financially independent, financially free, was to go back to school to get a better paying job. That's done. I'm in the better paying job part now. And I also want to go over the exact amount of debt that I have and what I'll be doing first, that kind of thing. So in terms of my debt, my credit card, I am in $22,000 of debt. $22,346, so how do you say it? $22,346.04 of credit card debt. And then my student loan is $47,000, 184. I can't say these words right. What is wrong with me? $47,184.87. And then for my other loans, which was just family, includes no interest, blah, 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 I'm almost done paying them back, and that's just $1,000 left. So in terms of what I'll be paying off first, obviously my credit card and my family. Honestly, I think after this video, I am just gonna go ahead and pay my dad off. So then that's done. On top of that $1,000, I was also paying off my laptop that I had gotten through a financing thing through Apple. I don't really know how much money they make off of that, but it split up my cost over 12 months and there was no interest, no extra hidden fees, nothing. I put it on my dad's credit card so that he could get points from using it. And so I've been paying him back. So the laptop's completely paid off for. So that was $232 and something cents. And then I was also paying him back for some stuff that he lent me money for. So I rounded that number up. So initially it was $10,000. The $1,000 left, once that's paid off, I will have about $1,200 of that money to go towards my credit card. So I'll discuss a little bit more in terms of how much money I am putting aside or doing extra stuff to make that extra money a month to go towards my credit card. Luckily, recently as of April 1st, the government of Canada and my province have decided that there is no more interest on our student loans. So for the time being, I have lowered my monthly payment to as low as I possibly can, just for the time being. Once I have my consumer debt paid off, I will then start snowballing the monthly payment that I'm making right now, plus all the extra payments that I was making towards my credit card. It won't be as simple. I do still want to save up for a down payment on a place, so it won't be as simple as just rolling all over those extra payments towards my student loans. I still haven't figured that out, but in the meantime, I am hyper focused on paying off my credit card so that student loan, it just gets paid the minimum amount that I possibly can for now. So what I'm using that difference from the amount that I was paying, which I think was like the highest amount that I could pay, other than paying off the whole thing in a lump sum. There's like a max of how many months you can break up your payments, something like that. So mine was like pretty high up there for monthly payment to the lowest amount, which I will go into in just a bit when I talk about everything that I did to reduce, which I will talk about in just a second, because I also want to tell you guys about all the things that I did to make a bit of extra money this month to go towards paying off my credit card. So on Friday, other than being so productive and cleaning my room, I cleaned my bathroom, cleaned my mom's bathroom, although not to the detail that I would like. To everyone else's eye, it's pretty clean. So I very much, I'm really proud of myself that I managed to do all that stuff and also film. I did film that day as well, this exact video, but I messed up the lighting because it was in my car and I was going to edit this and have it all ready to go, and now I'm kind of rushing the day before to get it out. So I'm not happy about that. I had been delaying for a really long time, calling all these companies that like I needed to like dispute something on a phone bill, something like that, blah blah blah. So I had delayed it quite a bit and I finally got the motivation or the courage to call and also clean at the same time. So that was great. So on Friday, I called all my phone companies or anything that I was paying bills towards, or anything that I knew I needed like some sort of credit or I knew I needed to dispute. I tried to reduce as much as I possibly could. So that difference that I was managed to get, although it's very little, over the course of like months, it adds up, right? Every penny counts. I'm able to put that difference towards my credit card debt, which is something I highly suggest. If you don't know, I don't think I really talked about it much, but I used to work for a phone company, and I kind of not know the ins and outs because everything changes. It's been like almost 7 years since 6-7 years since I've worked at one, but I kind of knew what to do. If you're afraid of calling your phone company or thinking that you can't get a lower price plan, there's no harm in asking, even when it comes to your phone bills, your banks, anywhere that you're owing money or paying money to, there's no harm in asking for, you know, higher interest rates in your savings account, or reducing your monthly payment for a bank account or something. Like if there's a phone number that has a customer service line, you can call and ask, and I wouldn't stop until you get to the point that you feel comfortable at. So there are still a few more places that I need to call. It was about 3 or 4 hours that I was on the phone. And that's only because I left all the phone calling to one day. If I had broken it up, maybe called one place a week, then it wouldn't have been so overwhelming or daunting to me to start. But once I got into it, it was fine. As soon as I had hung up with one customer service, I would just go and dial the next place to go over my bills. I am paying my mom's phone bill right now, or I was, at $52.64. That was with tax, and I lowered it down to $44.80. So it's a difference of $7.84 that I'll be putting towards my credit card now. My grandma's bill, I lowered about $11.09 of a difference. And then my student loan, the difference between what I was paying before, what they automatically calculated to me, versus what I had changed myself, is $160.89. And then with my bank account, I have a couple, but one of them, to go into this long story, is it really interesting? I accidentally paid one of my bills to the wrong credit card, to an old credit card that I don't no longer use, and I didn't really want to call and deal with them. This was like back in November and I was just being lazy, so I called my bank asking if they could reverse it. They said for a $15 charge, and I was like, you know what, I've already spent like an hour talking to you guys, whatever, just pay it. Anyway, nothing ever happened from that. I was waiting for that $200 that I paid to the wrong credit card to come into my bank account, so it never did. I took it into my own hands. I should have done this from the start. Anxiety is a bitch. I called the credit card company that I accidentally paid the money to. I was on the phone, I guess, for like maybe half an hour, 20 minutes to 30 minutes, where they were just confused as to what was happening, and I had to keep repeating myself. I get that $200 back, and then with the $15 charge that I got on my account to have the bank deal with getting that money back, I ended up getting it credited. So I also canceled my gym membership. That was about $30 a month. The way that it works, it's really stupid and I don't get it, to be honest, and it's really crappy, but from the day that you cancel, you have to pay still like 30 days after. So I'm still paying for this month, but I'm just gonna act like it's already canceled. I'm not paying for it and just take out the $30 elsewhere. And then I also temped for 2 extra days on top of the Mondays that I'm working in my full-time job. So roughly that was about $900. So in total, adding all that up, I have managed to make an extra $1,354.82 towards my credit card debt. I haven't paid it yet. That's because I wanted to transfer my credit card balance to a 0% interest for 12 months. There was initial like transfer fee, which would have been $223.46. Like that was fine for me to pay because I would have saved a lot more in interest. And then I was gonna divide that amount over 11 months just to make sure that I had a little wiggle room in case there was a month where I couldn't pay the full amount. I was planning on doing $2,051.77. I got home and I got a letter from them saying that they did not approve me because them doing a hard check on my credit bounced my credit score too low for them to approve, and it was really frustrating. So that makes me sad that I'll be paying more in interest. I'm gonna Google because I'm pretty sure I can apply again. It's just that stupid like hard check on my credit score keeps bumping me down. So it is what it is. I'm trying to figure out what I can do about it. I'm gonna do my research and let you guys know if I found a way to get approved for this credit card. There isn't a lot of options in Canada. One of you guys commented down below saying that that's what you did, and that's what kind of like tickled my brain, and I assumed that there wasn't a lot of 0% interest free cards, and there aren't. It's only in Canada, apparently you can only do balance transfers, so, and it's like this one credit card that offers it, and that's it. My interest rate on my credit card is almost 13% at the moment, so I will try and call on my next day off to see if I can reduce that even lower and see what they say. In the meantime, my next point that I want to talk about was how like my main priority is obviously paying off my credit card, and I do plan on putting any extra money that I have to pay it off sooner. I originally was going to save $10,000 in emergency funds, and then anything on top of that, as long as I had the $10,000, I'd be fine. Anything over, I would just start dumping towards my credit card. Realistically, while I can get to the $10,000 in a few short months, it does take away from me paying off my credit card sooner because of the interest, especially now more than ever because I don't have this 0% interest free card or whatever. I'm sticking to my $5,000 emergency fund that will suffice to pay off anything in case, you know, something happens, knock on wood, and I can't work, whatever, that will at least give me a little bit of wiggle room. So I'll discuss more in my next video or give you guys an update on how much after the $5,000 in my savings account, because this is all literally like 5 minutes right before I sat down. I got that letter in the mail and I read it and I was like so disappointed and not wanting to film at all, but I'm getting through it. And just letting you guys know that it sucks. You're trying to do all these right things and I feel like I keep getting like knocked back down, and I'm trying to be more positive about it, but you know, there are moments where I feel like I just constantly keep getting the shit end of the stick. in terms of finances. So I know a lot of people have it worse. Trying to let myself feel the emotions that I'm feeling, because yes, there are tons of other people that have it worse, but in the moment it does feel really crappy that like I have all these plans to do better for myself and I just feel like I keep getting a boot to my face and kicking me down the ladder that I'm going towards. Anyway, so I'm trying to just be like, you know, I got myself into this mess. Things aren't gonna work out the way that I want them to. It's gonna be easier for some, and you guys might think the same way. I'm sure I did when I was watching people pay off their debt before I was in school or even had a good paying job, because it is very difficult having a minimum wage job and then having to pay off debt. It's something that if the person hasn't gone through them themselves, it's easy to be like, well, how did you get yourself into that debt? Well, it's not a simple answer at all, because I was in that position, having it really hard to imagine like $1,000 of the month and you're like having to pay rent, gas, food, on top of that pay off your credit card debt. It's like a never ending cycle. It really sucks. So I'm hoping that me sharing my story about how I got out of that by going back to school and essentially getting myself into more debt. But this little thing in my head just likes to think that the student loan debt it's like not in my brain right now. It's not, I'm paying it off slowly. I'm not defaulting on anything. So right now it just doesn't have my focus. And I think for me mentally, that's kind of what I need to do to focus on getting this credit card payment down. I am anything but patient. I can be patient with certain things, but I have ADHD, if you guys didn't know, and it makes it very difficult for me to stick to things, hence my issues with consistency and posting and all this stuff. It trickles down to every part of my life. It's hard for me to stick to a weight loss program, hence why I gained so much weight and other factors in there. This is just a generalization. I just filmed the last part of my video and it erased or it didn't record or something. I'm so defeated. Oh my god, this sucks. This sucks. Okay. Different angle. I'm just gonna try and get through this part. Anyway, as I was saying, I have ADHD, so me being consistent, that's an issue through every aspect of my life, whether paying off credit card debt, saving money, posting YouTube videos. It's just been a thing I've had an issue with my entire life. And only until recently, obviously, that I realized that it was ADHD. I just thought I was a dumb idiot, that, you know, there was something like wrong with me, and there is technically, but I thought it was more like a personality trait, I guess, instead of like a mental health disorder. Yeah, my issue in terms of paying off debt was always because it wasn't going fast enough. So hence why I went back to school, because I knew I was the type of person that needed security, needed a better paying job. I needed something to make me feel like the amount of work that I was putting in, that I was getting paid well for. And at the moment, the work that I'm putting in for my job right now, I definitely am enjoying those paychecks. Having this letter just denying me for the 0% credit card interest just like totally threw me off. My main priority is paying off that credit card, and as much as it sucks not getting that 0% interest, no fee kind of credit card, I just kind of have to be like, I got myself into this mess. I need to get myself out. I still want to be able to live life. I'm still planning on going on fun little weekend getaway trips. I don't want to be having a miserable life, because I know the pendulum swings the other way for me. Like can be super hyper focused, paying everything down, doing nothing with my life, and then boom, one day I'll be like, I'm so sick of this, I can't do it again, and I go in the opposite direction and spend a bunch of money, which is how I've always gotten into this credit card debt, because was just too strict with the money part, and never left any wiggle room to have fun. So I am in the mindset right now that I don't want to spend any extra money. So it's very hard for me to book vacations and like trips and stuff like that, because I do just want to get this little black cloud of credit card debt off of me and like breathe kind of. I will let you guys know in the next video kind of how much in total, along with all the extra things that I did to reduce my monthly payment bills, in total how much I managed to pay off my credit card for the month of April. So you'll see that either in the next money series video or in my May reset video. I haven't decided yet. This is all kind of going with the flow. I am planning on talking to a financial advisor just to see what other options I have. I know in my head, I have it in my head that all they're going to do is just tell me to pay off this debt first and then come back and see them, and that might be the case. But that emergency fund, it's already in a high interest savings account, so I am getting quite a good interest rate. But once that promotional offer is done, then I may be able to do something better with it. So we'll see. Ideally would like something where I can have easy access to it because it is an emergency fund. So I want to be making money off of it, but if I need it for some reason, I want to be able to have access to it. The financial advisor that I was referred to is connected to a bank, so that kind of makes me a little bit hesitant because, you know, they're benefiting off of selling the bank's products. I might find a financial advisor where I have to pay a fee, depending on what that fee is. I will take you guys along for the ride and let you know what they offer me and what I end up deciding to do. I am feeling quite anxious. Obviously, paying off debt is not fun at all. I want to be a motivating figure in people's lives. I want to do this together with other people. So if you want to comment down below, let me know what your financial goals are. Don't have to be specific or be specific as much as you like. I want to create like a little community because I know that there will be a point in time where I'm sick and tired of paying off debt and I just want to like blow a bunch of money. If I know that I'm helping other people, I'm hoping that that will help me stay motivated for myself. If you want to see more of my videos in the future, go ahead and subscribe. I would very much appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.